Tell me about Vijay and Ritu. Yesterday when I met them for an interview, Vijay was telling me that the character is so unlike him. He's not a hyper or a hyper person. So,
Right.
how was it for you to get him to act in a role that not him in real?
I think he was very much himself in the film. I think he's a lazy bum. He admits it himself.
Okay.
He thinks he's a lazy bum, but he isn't. He works really hard, but it almost is effortless.
Okay.
So acting lo kuda, there was a lot of continuity issue because he's so spontaneous with his acting.
Right.
I keep telling Vijay the same thing, that every time I have to cut on you, it's an editor's nightmare, man. Ritu vachesi ఇప్పుడు continuity properగా maintain చేస్తుంది, but Vijay is all over the place like that. So he was extremely spontaneous, and there was a lot of energy within him, but he kept it contained.
Okay.
And he knew what he was doing. Like he had a very clear idea about his character, his graph, what kind of beats is happening at what time, what are we shooting, what kind of emotion is the character going through. He knew all that stuff.
Okay.
So if he's putting up that entire facade of I'm a lazy guy and all that, that's not true. He's really he's really talented. He knows what he's doing.
Okay. So what are the characters like?
Ritu is a very independent kind of personality.
Right.
She's a kind of woman you would be intimidated by at first judgment. She's like she can see through your bullshit, and she can kind of make a very quick decision as to whether she has something to do with you or not.
Right.
That's Chitra. And Prashant Ochesi is the kind of guy who is still trying to find his own space. He is the kind of go on guy kind of attitude. He is still lazing around. He's every middle class father's nightmare. He doesn't have a plan of action. His only plan of action is till the next hour. Let me eat idli and let me kind of go to a movie and sleep. After that, life happens. So that kind of a personality anamata. So it's a good clash of this thing, like we'll say how it would be, and it's a very good thing to watch out for. And also these characters are inspired from an entire theory of extremely sorry about
No
that.
problem.
So we actually wanted to find people who didn't put their phone on silent on sets. So anyway, it's a conflict between the heart and the mind.
Yeah.
So Prashant is all heart, okay, and Chitra is all mind. So if you have to take a decision, it's only between your heart and your mind. So if they coexist, it's peace.
Right.
So that's the kind of undercurrent. It's not so philosophical, but that's the kind of reference that we took in. So yeah, that's it. These are the characters.
Were there persons whom you took references from, or?
There was a film that I took a reference from,
Okay.
Knocked Up and Jeppesi. It's the Hollywood rom-com. The characters, I absolutely admire the characters, and their graph is also pretty much similar in our film.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. And Tharun, you've shot the whole film in sync sound. It's a very gutsy move, not many directors at this point are taking that chance. And you have a lead pair who talk in Telugu. So was it easier for you to actually, get everything rolling?
Right. So the actual star of the sync sound scenario is Tape Loop.
Right.
Because they have spearheaded the entire thing. They kind of evangelized me into thinking that this is the only way to go, and they've motivated me to take that step forward. And also, it's not such a brave move. It's actually a safe move, because if you take sync sound recording on set, and if you don't like it, then you can always go for dubbing. You have a secondary feed that you're getting. Also, it adds on to so many pros that it gives you improvisation for the actors. It gives the actors room to kind of add in their own characteristics to a thing. Like when they are acting, according to a lot of people here, it's all about rehearsing that dialogue and showing one emotion. But acting is purely reacting to a situation. So, and that comes from within. And for that, you do not have to think about dialogues. You should not think about what you're supposed to say, what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to kind of know the script and just kind of react to a situation.
Right.
And sync sound enables that kind of organic feel.
Right.
And it just brought out so much more from acting,
Right.
that I felt this is the only way to go.
Right.
So in case there was noise or in case there was some kind of ambience disturbance, I can always recreate that dialogue in ADR or
Right.
dubbing.
Yeah.
So it was a safe way to go. Actually, it wasn't actually as risky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another interesting thing about the film is your music. It's very quirky, you know, and Vivek Sagar tape loop, right?
Right.
Yeah. So these guys are very fresh, but they are a band, you know. So how was it tough for you to convince your producers to get a band on board who's never composed for a proper feature film?
No, actually, apart from being a band, they are musicians.
Right.
That's what Vivek always told me. Like,
Right.
we are musicians. We are not music director, or don't compartmentalize us into
Right.
some kind of this thing. It was very easy to convince the producers because of their work. Their work speaks for them.